Imagine you're listening to a pilot or a soldier on the radio. A message comes in, and instead of saying okay or understood, they reply with
Roger that.
It sounds cool, it sounds official, but what does it actually mean, and why Roger? Today, we're uncovering the surprising history behind this famous phrase. First, let's understand what Roger that means. In simple terms, it means, I have received your message. That's it. It doesn't necessarily mean agreement. It doesn't mean yes. It just means the message was heard and understood. But why use Roger instead of just saying received or understood? To answer that, we need to go back to the early days of radio communication. In the early 20th century, radio signals were often unclear and full of static. Voices could be distorted, and words could easily be misunderstood. So to avoid confusion, the military developed a phonetic alphabet. Each letter of the alphabet was assigned a clear, distinct word. For example, A became Abel, B became Baker, and C became Charlie. And the letter R stood for Roger. Now here's the key point. The letter R was used as a shorthand for the word received. So when someone said Roger, they were essentially saying R, message received. Over time, instead of just saying the letter R, people began saying Roger because it was clearer and easier to understand over noisy radio signals. Later, the phonetic alphabet was updated to the one we use today, the NATO phonetic alphabet. In this system, the letter R is now represented by Romeo, but by then, the word Roger had already become deeply embedded in communication culture, so it stayed. There's also a practical reason why Roger works so well. It's a short, sharp, and easily recognizable word. In noisy environments like aircraft cockpits or military operations, quick and clear communication is critical. Saying Roger is faster and less likely to be misunderstood than longer phrases like, I understand your message. You might also hear variations like Roger that, Roger copy, or simply Roger. All of them carry the same basic meaning, message received. Now here's something interesting. Roger doesn't always mean agreement. If someone gives an instruction and you reply Roger, you're only confirming that you heard it. You're not necessarily saying you agree or that you will follow it. In some cases, people add extra words to make things clearer, like Roger will comply. That means I received your message and I will act on it. Over time, the phrase Roger that moved beyond military and aviation use. It became popular in movies, TV shows, and everyday conversations. People started using it casually because it sounds precise, confident, and a little bit cool. So why do people say Roger that instead of understood? Because it comes from a time when communication had to be clear, fast, and mistake-free. Roger was a simple, reliable way to confirm a message, even in the middle of noise and chaos. Next time you hear someone say Roger that, you'll know it's not just a phrase, it's a piece of communication history from the early days of radio. Common thing, surprising history. And now you know what Roger that really means.